Yeah, hello everyone. Kaiju-Z here. And as per the usual, we are going for stuff and things. Things and stuff. We're continuing Mrawa''s adventure in Dawntrail. As promised the previous week. And on Friday, we are here. How you guys doing? I hope you're doing okay. Because if not, I'll be very upset. I like when people are able to find some positive vibes. You know? Let me check the audio. And of course, the training. You can have some kind of a stream without raining. Let's grab this one. So how we doing? Yeah, I was playing with the Yaru some more. I was trying to fix it. I don't know why I keep trying to fix it. But I'm trying. I just want to do good, you know? So where are we? Okay. For now it looks good. So where are we? We are in our sorry for the doubling. I'm checking from multiple sources because I don't trust myself anymore. So where were we last left off? Well, we got to Tural. We got all the Ephorites. We had a tour around town. And met pretty much all the contestants outside of our charge, Wuk Lamat. We got the eldest son, the first promise, the miracle son, Zoraja, who is a mix between a Kubugo and a Bonoa, which is which him existing is a rarity because two-headed Mamuja cannot reproduce apparently, or it's exceptionally hard for them to reproduce. He is an expansionist and wants to, for some reason, he wants to do something very specific by bringing conflict to the world. And I'm not sure it's just simply to gain territory for his people. Then we have, of course, Kona. He is a Mikoto or Hetsaru as they're called here. Kona is a scholarly sort who spent a few years studying in Old Charlian under a pseudonym and developed a humongous love for sciences and the industrialization. Should he become the Dawn Servant by winning the contest here, he will essentially, I mean, he will industrialize the continent more than likely, at the expense likely of tradition. Wuk Lamat, we know she wants to keep what her father built because the peace that it brought appears to be long-lasting, and the old generations are very much against conflict being raised just for the sake of people getting more stuff. They remember the old days. They don't want that to be repeated. And then we get Baku Jaja, a two-headed Mamuja, much like Mingsum Olalja, who we fought in the Wanderer's Palace hard. He is essentially a Mamuja supremacist, believing that two heads are better than one head, and that he essentially wants to create a caste system, just based on how he was acting. Also, he destroyed the taco, and that is unforgivable. We then got to choose where we go first. Either Orcopacha, the land of the Pelu Pelu and other things, or Kozama'uka, the land of the Hanu Hanu, which are like cousins of the Vanu Vanu from the cloud, not from the cloud tops. Let's see, what was it called again? Teleportation. From the Sea of Clouds. We chose and left off to go to Kozama'uka, and we stopped at the Aephorite. Now, why am I back in Toliolo? Did I forget something? Did I forget to log out in Toliolo? No, actually. There is something I want to do. Something very specific. And for that we'll need to be here. Why? There is a quest. Corn of Necessity. We're going there. I hate that we have to do this in the rain, but it can't be helped. It just can't. Let's just say that it's a rainy day. Like literally, emotions wide. And we need to make the rain stop for someone. Someone very specific. To me, this is a very fun little quest line that starts here, and will eventually go further. Curious corn. You happen upon a curious gob of corn that almost seems alive. Rustle, rustle. The rustling of this corn sounds not unlike a dejected sigh, and you could swear that it is looking out at the ocean. Oh, woe is me. Are you alright? Huh! You can see me! Uh-huh. Oh, blessed be! For countless ages have I watched over these lands. When man first tilled her soil, I was there. When they partook of her bounty, I was there. I silent guardian of the harvest. My presence unmistakable. Well, well. A sentient corn. Yet the passage of time will bring change to the people. They began to forget the old ways. Forget me. What a curious corn this is. I traveled the land, hither and yon, yet no matter where I went, I remained unseen and unheard. I feared before long I might shuck the nigh immortal cob. Oh no. Yet here at the last, I have found a kindly soul, able and willing to lend me an ear. But will you lend me a hand as well, I wonder? I wish to help the people of Tural. Fill their hearts and bellies both. lest their hunger invite terrible misfortune. All that are born into the world are deserving of happiness. Would you not agree? So let them eat, I say. Eat corn and be merry. Alas, I cannot reach them in my diminished state. But you can! And so I shall bequeath unto you the most delectable corn dishes, which are then to be distributed to the masses. What say you? Haha, sure. Such selflessness, such compassion. How long has it been since last I met a soul so grossly incandescent? I am but a humble stock, basking in the warmth of your generous heart. Well, my friend, let us be off. The curious corn spirit has elected to be referred to as the corn servant. Speak with them again when you are ready to spread corn and happiness to the masses. All hail the corn servant. So yes, we'll be doing this for the start. Don't worry. Goodness, how long has it been since the last man has partaken of my corn? I can hardly wait. The hungry bellies of Tural cry out for satiation. Let us sally forth. And the corn follows. Is it hard to believe that this is the least worst thing that has happened to the Warrior of Light? Oh. What am I to do now? I'm like to starve at this rate. His belly, it speaks to me. I bid you offer him this grilled corn, seared to perfection with the hope that yet burns in my corny bosom. Behold! Is that grilled corn for me? Uh-huh. Ah, that's awful kind of you. I'm new to Tural and it's been pretty hard. Harder since I lost my job. I've been so hungry lately I can barely think straight. But smell this corn with its smoky sweet aroma has brightened my day. I can hardly wait to eat it. Feels like maybe my luck is starting to turn around. Thank you, sir. I won't forget this. Yes. Off he goes. Here, corn servant. There's hardly a little time for chatter, my friend. We have bellies to fill. Aye, aye, Captain. Your corn servantness. Let's sprint. Perhaps I'll skip lunch today. A belly and heart both in dire need of nourishment. So here, take a macabre. Let its earthly scent and savory flavors offer her comfort. Hey, old lady. Behold, madam. Grilled corn? My husband loved grilled corn. Life simply isn't the same without him. Moment I think I'm fine, then suddenly I find myself brought to tears. Even eating has been a struggle. But no, he wouldn't want me to mourn him. Thank you for this. I shall do better. For his second mine. One more. I wish that I didn't have to get these tutorials on these, especially when I've done them already. Escort missions are easy work. Hungry Mamuja. Come on, Mamuja man. What is up? I am so hungry, but I have no money. May the gods forgive me for what I'm about to do. Do you see that, friend? His belly weeps from hunger. Pray, offer him this corn. Let its smoky sweetness give him comfort and deliver him from foul temptation. Behold, man, eat. Is this grilled corn for me? Truly, my stomach has been nuts for days. Thank you. It shames to admit it, but I tried my hand at gambling and lost everything. I was so desperate for food. I was tempted to do terrible, terrible things. This corn has filled my stomach and helped me clear my head. Oh, what a fool I've been. It's time to start over and get my life together. The rumbling of bellies in need has ceased. Come, let us find a quiet place to speak. Alright then. Maybe over here. Come here, coordinates. How glad am I to have helped the people of Tural. Indeed, my kernels swelled with joy at the sight of their happy and content faces. I'm glad. And you, friend, you're kind of gonna go unrewarded. Meet me at the gate over yonder, and I'll see you duly compensated for your trouble. Aw, shucks. Let's go. There you are! I hope our little excursion was as fulfilling for you as it was for me. It is a terrible thing to be hungry. Unattended bellies are quick to fill themselves with pain and anguish, feelings that will lead the heart astray. Thank you. Thanks to you, my corn has sated the hunger that would otherwise invite misery to this place. From the bottom of my cob, I thank you. Pray take of my corn. May these kernels keep your belly full and spirits lifted. Now I really must be going. While the people of Tural may be content, there are other hungry souls out there in need of nourishment. Until we meet again! And so it goes. And that is the beginning of the Corn Servant questline. How about it, huh? Good start, I think. And so we're heading for the first town, Okanu. Now, I've collected the riding maps for the area, I believe. I could be wrong. I'm almost certain I did. It's just so we can have a bit more of an easier maneuverment. How to say? The water from the falls must flood the wetlands and flow into all these streams and rivers. Crow? Assuming we have the right idea, one of the Dawn Server selectors should be here somewhere. Yeah. One can tell at a glance how very different the Hanu culture is to the Vanu. Yes, for instance, they have such big tops. I agreed to serve as a guide, not a nursemaid. Wuk Lamat wishes to seek out the Dawn Server selector. What a lovely town. It's like our friend said, the people are in no mood for festivities. I can only assume they're still recovering from the damage wrought by the storm. Indeed. Well, I think it's someone else's line. What was it? Ah, that was Crow. I can only assume that they're still recovering from the damage brought by the storm. Indeed. Well, let's do what we came to do and find the selector. Ohokali! Oh, what now? It's Ano greeting. Surely you heard the last time you were here. Well, I was busy enjoying the festival. Oh, honey, don't tell me you're a city slicker. Greetings to the Fred Promise and her entourage. I, Ozanali, welcome you to Okano. As elder of my people, I shall also be fulfilling the duties of elector during the rite of succession. So our idea about the electors was correct. We'll just do as Papa said, and retrace his path from the saga. I'm ready. Give me the feet and test my worth. All in good time. All in good time. In fact, I came to let you know that we are not quite ready to begin. For the moment, please enjoy the hospitality of our village. Huh. Should we poke around a bit then? We'll pick up some clues about the feet. You know, prepare ourselves. That's surprisingly prudent of you. What? You think I'm being too cautious? No, I am impressed as all. You admire to respect your father. Father who is prone to decisive action. So I expected you to rush in first and ask questions later. Oh, never. I do look up to Papa, but you should know that he has a pragmatic side too. The head of reason is the thinker, who takes time to consider all the possibilities. With the long naps he takes these days, though, the head of resolve is less restrained by his wisdom. I can't fault you for thinking that's all there is to him, but there is more to the dance of it than the dance of it you've seen thus far. I should like to speak with the head of reason one day. Ah well, I'm sure you'll catch him awake soon enough. To return to the subject at hand, you wish to take a look around Okano then? Do some groundwork before the defeat begins. Something like that, I mean. I could probably pass the test with my eyes closed, but keep us busy while... Better keep us busy while we're waiting. Look, but has the right of it. As Zelda Zunahali is a resident of the village, learn more about it can only improve our chances in defeat. Might I suggest a division of forces? For instance, Erebville and Zenkrile could concentrate on the southern half of the settlement. Meanwhile, Wuk Lamat, Mrawa'a, and myself will handle the northern half. Of course. Sounds good to me. Alright, let's go, loves. I shall learn more. Come on, Stormageddon. I wish I could kind of dead over him and just pause the runtime. Hey, I don't know how they... If only we wingless could fly, we would not need our flight to reach the communities upriver. As we are, we rely on trading routes of our own making, and we are cut off, so too is the lifeblood of trade. That is really valid. You sacrifice flight for size. That's the vantage point. Rainbow! The gaping hole in the wall and missing portion of the roof are clearly the work of the storm's powerful winds. Repairs appear to be ongoing. And the storm was, what, 2-3 days ago? Yeah, they have a lot of work ahead of them. What about the trial? You heard about the storm? I've never seen the likes of it before. With the supplies and the help of the Dawntrail sent, we're making progress repairing and rebuilding our homes. But while roofs and the walls can be patched, there is so much else that was lost for good. Oh, I'm sorry, man. What? A lot of houses are still damaged, and the Anu have spoken to are not their usual cheery selves. The storm broke more than the woods and reeds. There be something I could do to help him. I'm going to look around a bit more. Aye, aye. Let's look around as well. Bundle reeds. The dry and shrunken bundles suggest the reeds were harvested some time ago. I wish the swords were at the hips, or that was an option. Some manner of boat? Good question. Mega Man? Where are the others though? I see no bunny, I see no Elysian girl, I see no cryle. It is like a boat woven from reeds. The boat-like vessel is reminiscent of a bird. The beak and feathered tail particularly stand out. Yeah. There we go. That was weird. Oop, buddy. Wait. Buddy Xenos. Well then. Hearing career pretty fast. Okay, I think we're having a lag spike or something. The boat must be woven from the same reeds I've seen gathered into bundles here and there. The plants hold both practical and cultural significance to the Hanu. Then, Colonel. Hello? Can y'all hear me? I'm told they're ready to receive us now. Come to the large building in the south of the village. Of course, on my way! We ought to hurry over there as well. Alright. I feel like this is gonna be voiced.
No sign of Zorolja or that oversized lout.
How much easier it would be if Zorolja were to fail here. But that isn't likely to happen.
Honored guests, I am Zanuhali, elder of the Hanu.
My lady.
I am also an elector, charged with judging which among you is worthy of ascending the throne. Without further ado, let us talk of the feat.
Listening?
Not so fast. Surely you couldn't begin without us.
Well, there's my cool Jojo.
You made it after all.
Little man?
No need to fuss. There is no time limit for this challenge. Now, if you would allow me to proceed. It is here, in Okanu, where my people forged a bond with the Dawn Servant during our own chapter of the Tuli Yolal saga. In homage to those events, I have prepared for you the Feet of Reeds.
Ooh.
Reeds seem to be of great importance to the Hanu. I wonder what this feat entails.
Good question.
We use reeds in every part of our lives, be it as food or weaving material. But look around the nearby paddies, and you will see that this season, our crops are failing. How fortunate, then, that my appointment to Elector coincided with this predicament.
I wouldn't call this serendipitous, but this is the closest it. Oh my god!
Those who aspire to be Dawn Servant would find the matter of an ailing harvest a mere trifle to resolve.
That was a face?
Aye, well, it is indeed the duty of a ruler to address the people's woes.
Exactly, exactly. Do well in this, and you will earn my keystone.
Well. I think I'm gonna hide the,
Why
the
bother
shop.
mucking about in the mud when we can take the stone by force?
Hey, yeah, what's stopping him from just taking it?
Oh, mercy me. You are a hot-headed fellow, Bakul Jaja. Some electors may enjoy going toe-to-toe with scrappers like you, but I refuse to entertain your base instincts. Arrangements have been made. Should you attempt to engage a feat giver in combat without their consent, word of your immediate disqualification will be sent to the palace. If you're
There
still
we go.
feeling feisty,
Fuck
then
around
by
and
all
find
means,
out.
Draw your weapon.
Oh, he feigns boredom.
This contest is presided over by cowards. There's no sport in fighting you.
Then we can return to the business of earning my keystone. The Feat of Reeds is begun. Claimants, I wish you the best of luck.
The clever kitty crossed the seas to study foreign novelties. He might know tricks we don't. Tricks we can use.
Tricks are for kids.
What of Little Miss Mittens?
I'm watching you.
You know the answer to that. Compared to the first and second promise, she's a distant third. Not even in the running.
Then we see eye to eye on this, brother. Being Bakul Jaja so long with me has rubbed off on you. These allies of hers, though, they might be a problem.
I dare you to try something, lad.
Damn it! I'm just as qualified to be here as they are. I'll show them.
Easy now. There's no time limit, remember? Let's keep calm and think things through.
Right. You're right.
We can super the
I won't
later.
win against that lumbering Vidrol by losing my head.
You leave him to me if he tries something. Alright. Oh, we've unlocked some side quests. Strong foundation. We're not gonna do the side quests on stream. Actually, let me just look around. So oh sweet, the reeds. yet another way in which they differ from the Vanu. Not that I intend to gratify him with a response, but Bakul Jaja, provocations are hard to ignore. Kra? What's on your mind, lass? I understand I wanted to fall behind, but rushing ahead risks playing into our opponent's hands. Let's not do anything reckless and think matters through. Elville? This kind of fit is tailor-made for a rational, educated scholar like Hona. Wuk Lamat is eager to help solve the Hano's woes. I don't know the first thing about farming, but if there's a way to save the harvest and help the Hano, then we're going to find it. I'll make my cool Jaja eat his words. Understanding the nature of the problem will be the key to solving it. We need to examine the reeds themselves and then deduce the cause to their poor condition. Ervil, will you take us to the fields where the reeds are grown? Of course, follow me. This will be mainly a MSQ stream, but if we get some interesting side stuff, or, you know, raids and the like, we're gonna do those, of course. Yeah. I know she wants to do her best, but she should be careful not to make promises she cannot keep. She's the third promise, she's gotta hold at least three. Look at these fields. Why, this could be a painting. Yeah. I see. They irrigate the fields by diverting water from the neighboring river. Doesn't like the reeds ever dry out. Ingenious. And there I thought these feats would have us battling dire fiends or similar. Agriculture is far from your problem. There is more to leading than just fighting. It can all stand back. I'll get to the bottom of this problem in no time. Give me strength. Let's all of us scour the fields and help our bold leader identify anything unusual. Aye aye. Man, I'm thirsty. 3 hours of talking is gonna be pain. I think I'm having a lag problem. As only described, the reeds appear wooded and unhealthy. God, the music though. The water contains no obvious contaminants and looks fresh and clear as the cursory glance. Okay. Paddy mud. The soil in the paddies is as one would expect, rich in color and subtly moist. Not dry nor flaky. Okay. Oh, a water strider. A bit sluggish though. More of a water shambler. Huh. Happy? Not to mess with the parties themselves, as far as I can tell. Wuk Lamat? I'll find the cause of all this any moment now. Oh, honey, you need more eyes than 2. Nervo? Aaronville. Anashpia? Oh god, what if I crash? That'd be horrible. Oh, come the I figured. Well, fix one problem, get another. Makes some animals want to turn to drinking. Alright, we're back at it. Annabelle! And you look, kind of. Cryo. Let's go and visit the last spot. A small frog catches your eye, strangely lackadaisical. It doesn't even bother to hop when it eventually scurries away. It just walks. Glad they didn't call you a hopper, because you're kind of not hopping. Wuk Lamat. Seen enough? I'll call them together and we can share our discoveries. Well, what do we think? Any of his problems? Sluggish frog. I agree. The waters look to be of good quality, as does the mud in which the reeds have been planted. The frogs and insects are unusually torpid. This suggests the problem is affecting not only the reeds, but also the creatures which live among them. Could something invisible to the naked eye be polluting the water? We would need an alchemist to know for certain. I know a lady in Old Charlian. I don't have much to add about the fields, but something else occurs to me. When you were describing how the creatures seemed lifeless, I couldn't help but be reminded of the listless villagers. They suffered a terrible tragedy, I know, but there's another reason for their flagging spirits. I believe. Go on. The festival. This is traditionally an occasion for celebration and renewal, so without it the Hanu are struggling even more to recover. The last time I visited the village was in the middle of the festivities. We'll never see the Hanu more joyful and alive. It is an indispensable part of their culture, and its absence will only compound their woes. So say we help them put on their festival. Give them a reason to cheer in these sad times. Who knows? maybe fixing one problem could lead us to a solution for the other. Stranger things have happened. Right? I failed to see the relation between festivals and fields. Let's not be too hasty in dismissing the idea. Things which seem unrelated can later prove to be connected in surprising ways. True, and being bereft of ideas as we are, any proposal is worth entertaining. I suppose. Besides, this is Wuk Lamat's journey. It's only right that we follow her lead. Indeed. Thanks, everyone. By the way, does anyone know where the festival float is? It's like a boat woven from reeds that look like a bird. I saw it. It kind of looked messed up a bit. Is that big building out to the north? Let's go and see it. There's much less debate when I'm traveling alone. Oh, yes, but it's also very lonely. Let's go. Rapid Ray. I've got to check again just to be sure. Okay, we're good. Let's get down. Yeah. Look at the size of the thing. I hope they don't expect me to help carry it. The handles gave me pause before, but now I understand their purpose. I've never been here during festival season. This is so new to me too. Well then, time to learn. What a charming float. Oh, what was the inspiration for its design? Is this the float I remember? Does it not appear somewhat damaged to you? We should take a closer look. Alright, time to inspect. Missing a jade eye. What else? What else? The feathering is much wanting. There we go. Oh dear, one of the bird's eyes seems to be missing a gemstone. There's more. Ah yes. The carrying pole is broken. Snapped. Oh, there's definitely broken. How would they lift the great big vessel without all the carrying poles intact? The dragged feathers. These tail feathers have seen better days. I swear the colors were a lot brighter the last time I saw them. And now we know the issue. Well, I think we can all agree that the bird's float is in dire need of repairs. Now, how do we go about fixing it? What is going on here? We were admiring your festival float. It's a shame it is in such poor state. Due to the recent storm, Agata? Yes, we had to leave it exposed while we assured the people to safety. With the float in this condition, there can be no lifting of wings. No Ini, no Hihana. Hihana! That's what this festival was called. I want to help you hold it. Have you not seen that village? Homes are ruined. We're struggling to make repairs, and you want us to hold a harvest festival? I know how it sounds, but giving it to misery never improved anyone's situation. A celebration of life and growth may help give you the strength to work through the tragedy. The Royal Festival leader is in mind this year. There's nothing I would like more than to lift everyone's spirits. We don't even have enough materials to repair the floats. We need a boxica for the missing eye, oyopal wood for the pose, and feathers from the winds chosen to adorn the doll. Two of these I know. Bokiksha is a type of precious stone used in arcane equipment, and oyopal wood is essential for the crafting of ceremonial instruments. These chosen feathers, however. The winds chosen is the victor of a competition in which the contestants see who can blow a feather the furthest using wind magics. And that is something of a problem right now. We Hanohano are gifted at employing such airy sorceries, but expend a great deal of mana when doing so. We are soon exhausted by the effort, and have no reason to eat. We only make it harder. I think I understand. Your vibrant trees grow quickly and vigorously, so much so that they stifle the development of nearby plants. They must be a potent source of the energies you naturally lack. They are indeed. Owing to the poor harvest this year, we've been left enervated. And if we cannot gather the correct materials as dictated by custom, we cannot prepare the festival floats. I see. Oddly enough, we may have just stumbled upon our solution. The winds chosen could, by necessity, have a natural gift for manipulating magical energies, which means any feathers taken from the victor should be high in ethereal conductivity. The float's construction also requires a stone used in arcane equipment, as well as timber favored by ceremonial tools. The demand for such specific materials must have an underlying reason. The float might also function as an arcane device. Otherwise, the float is actually a secret weapon for smiting the Hano's foes. Funny joke answer, but I think Mrawa'a would let Alfino finish his thought. Pray, continue, Alfino. I imagine you've already reached the same conclusion, but I believe the Boat of Reeds is in fact an arcane focus of some kind. Of course. A focus for what? Oh, Ihana is a harvest festival, isn't it? That must mean the float was made to encourage healthy crops. So if we repair the boat and hold the festival, its arcane powers might fix out what's wrong with the reeds. We won't know until we try, but it doesn't sound theory. Celebration, prayer, ritual ceremonies, these have all been known to elicit miraculous effects. Wait. The float is a tool for magic? This is the first I'm hearing of it. Oh yeah, this is the first time you're doing this as a host, right? In the beginning, it may well have not have been. After a good harvest year, there would be no reason to change it. But when the harvest was poor, new adornments were likely added, and those who performed the labor may have imbued their work with thought and hopes of a brighter future. Though through years of trial and error, the Hanu would have refined their festival float into a focus for harvest prayers. Incredible. I know you're particularly fainting from hunger, but reviving Ihana really does sound like the solution to all your woes. And I promise we'll do everything in our power to help you. I'm still not convinced about the focus business, but I accept your aid nonetheless. I will introduce you to the shipwright who's been maintaining the float these last few years. He's replaced both the eyes and the poles before, so he should know where and how to procure what we need. Then allow Alexei and I to acquire the feathers. We will encourage the people of Oak to gather and vie for the title of Wind Chosen by sharing with them our own reserves of mana. I'll go with you. I carry some alchemical brews that may afford the same effect. Excellent. Okay, ladies, we ride. The three of us will visit the shipwright then. Not without me. I've worked hard to fix the float as best I can, and the responsibility is mine after all. I've not introduced myself, have I? My name is Lino Hano. Nice to meet you, Lino Hano. And certainly, let's all go together. Hano? To find myself working alongside the Foot Promise herself is unexpected to say the least. We're making progress now. The solution to Hano's woes is as good as found. Thanks to Wuk Lamat, we've found ourselves a promising way forward. Experience and knowledge are valuable assets, but there is something to be said for following one's instincts. Alright, we got boots. Let's get some boots. Let's get some boots. Let's get some boots. Yeah, let's get some boots. I think we're missing just the gloves. The shipwright's name is Wukavu. He is a shipwright who only moved to Kozama'uka a few years ago, but has since mastered our customs to an almost frightening degree. He is especially strict when it comes to manners, so make sure to offer him a proper Hano greeting. We won't want to offend him right before asking a favor. A proper Hano greeting. Oh, that one! Don't worry, I'll remember how it goes. Then we shouldn't have any problems. Let's head to Okbekbe. To the east of here. Let me just check out something for a quick second. Alright, we're getting on the Garland GL2. That was a weird way of saying it. The Garland GL2. Born to be wild. This is Okbekbe. The village of all. Those who drift into Kozama'uka from Tural and elsewhere are welcome to live here alongside the Hanu. As for Wuk, he lives and works in the house of Waters High, at the top of that large tree nearby. Follow me, but I should warn you, the climb up the stairs can be challenging. Uh-huh. Alright. Well, let's do it. Yippee. Challenging because you gotta run in circles, huh? We are hoping to enlist the man's aid, so it pays not to be rude in any case. I should mention that Wuk isn't only a stickler for etiquette. He is also, well, you'll find out soon enough. Oh, Ohokale? Ohokale. Alright, she's practicing, good. First impressions are the best impressions.
What do you want with me?
Ready, everyone?
Right. The greeting. Ohokali!
Oh, Kali!
We did it, baby! And they hold it for a bit? Yeah.
Good. You brought your manners with you.
Hell yeah.
When you know Kanu, do as the Hanu do. For a country as diverse as ours, the preservation of harmony demands that we respect the cultures of all peoples who call it home.
Well, that explains your familiarity with Hanu customs. And you speak truth, of course. To live together means to learn about each other.
Ah, I appreciate an open mind. In fact, I get the sense we've met before.
But where? Meow.
You're Wuk Lamat.
Huh?
Oh, what an unexpected honor for old Wuk. Here I am prattling on about manners, and I've gone and insulted the third promise herself. There is no excuse for this betrayal of etiquette.
He is an etiquette junkie.
Please, take up your axe and claim my impudent head.
Will not? Keep your head. I hate formalities anyway, so forget about it, alright?
All right then.
I love this old man.
How prompt.
Cry out, the one straight woman among
We're
us.
actually here about the Ihihana float. It's in bad shape, and we need you to craft new carrying poles and a new eye. I'm told you work with Uyuipo wood and a certain kind of stone? Abokisha?
That I do. But while I would like nothing more than to offer my services, I just used the last I had of both those materials. My lumber in particular went to fixing homes damaged by the recent storm. I'll need 10 days or so to restock.
Alas.
Can't wait that long. If you tell me where to go, I'll gather them myself.
What? Send the third promise out on an errand like some common lackey? That's utterly unconscionable. A gross violation of social protocol.
I told you not to worry about such things.
Okay.
All right, then. I shan't worry a whit.
I love this old man.
What's with your Hanu friend there?
I am festival leader this season, and have come along to oversee the float's repair. As strange as it may sound, Wuk Lamat and her friends believe the float is an arcane focus, meant to encourage the growth of our struggling reeds.
Too many Hanu have forgotten, it seems. But that is indeed the true purpose of the lifting of wings. Your education is impressive, Third Promise.
Well, she figured it out more than anything.
Well, maybe a little.
Allow me to show you where to procure Uyuipo. We can leave the Abokisha to your friends, I presume? Take yourself to Cave Kikitola, or thereabouts, and you should find the stones you need.
Of course. Cryle, with me?
I've been there once or twice. I can guide you.
Thank you, Renata.
That should save us some time.
Meow.
All right then, let's get moving.
Son of a bitch, spying on us. Run, boy, run. They're coming to get you. Not really. Run, boy, run.
Chosen One, one of your rivals is making progress.
Oh dear.
Ihiana, you say? Should our first choice fail to deliver, it might be wise to let this play out. The third-rate promise is making herself useful after all.
Okay. Let's raise the volume a bit. A rather eccentric fellow, but I feel his heart is in the right place. Yes. Cave Kikitola is southwest of Oklahoma. You can return to the village first, and then head there on foot. If you gotta return to the village, we can just go. Oh, well, as it is. Oh, right, tomorrow's reset. We can, do the thing. Might be able to get a mount on the deal. If I get the right amount of, lines. Ah, come on. Southwest of here, was it? Let us be on our way. Okay, just gonna tap this thing just so it doesn't stand over me. There we go. And now okay, is that right? Southwest. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get to the upper area to get these. Look, you can see all the falls. You can see the falls at the back of the cave. These hollows must have been carved out by the constant deluge of water from above. Cave Kikitoya, as promised. Hope the many deadly creatures. Venture inside if you feel confident, but I will conduct my own search out here. You can spot Mrawa'a Kruug by the Abukisha, by the green-hued glimmer. Bring anything matching that description to me. I should keep scout. I shall help scout in the inside of the cave then. You take the west half and I'll take the east. I'm curious. Let's go. I catch a glimmer. Upon closer inspection, you find that the glimmer you spied was just light reflecting off the sun. Aha! Or not! Finally, some action! Come on, Norbord! A test of your reflexes! Eye-catching glimmer. You found a chunk of stone glowing a distinct shade of green. It seems like the exact kind of mineral the Hano was looking for. Alright. We did it. Let's go around. Some of the cave's inhabitants took umbrage at my presence, but it was nothing a few swishes of a brush couldn't handle. She painted them a picture. I picked over the ground near the entrance, but found nothing. Did you have better luck inside the cave? Yes, here you go. Or a Bokisha. Yes, it's a Bokisha. Along with Kraft's contribution, we have more than enough for our needs. The stones you've brought shine very brightly. I thank you both. Blah 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 blah. He would have been happy to know we were pulling things right. Truth be told, a good friend of mine was meant to be the festival leader for this year's Ihihana. But when that big storm hit, he didn't survive. He felt the need to carry on in his stead. That was why you agreed to Wuk Lamat's request, despite your initial reluctance. Yes, it hurt to hear, but she was right. Though I must mourn, I cannot let my grief consume me. Her words made me realize that the path to my recovery, our recovery, is already laid out before me, and I will walk it for myself and for my friend, Jonathan. Thank you for sharing your story with us. Please rest assured that we've taken your plight to heart. I'm certain our companions are procuring the other materials as we speak. Everyone will come together, and the Hano Show hosts a splendid, uplifting festival. That we shall. Everything's coming together. With that, let us turn and deliver the Abukisha into Wuk Evu's waiting hands. Pray return, Wuk Evu. Holy sucking. I hope Wuk Lamat's foray was as productive as ours. We've come too far to stop now. The lifting of wings must go on. We just got back ourselves. Did you find the stone we needed? Okay. Thanks to the Third Promise and her mighty swings, we've collected some suitable logs of Uyupo. What is it, Brakshika? Or Rakisha? Yes, these are the excellent samples. These are excellent samples. A goodly quantity too. At this stage, you've likely surmised that the lifting of wings encourages the crops to grow, but not exactly how, eh? Well, you're in for a treat. If all goes to plan, the results should be spectacular. Now go get to work crafting these pieces for the float. I could use an assistant. Not to get to work crafting these pieces for the float. I could use an assistant versed in the arcane arts to enhance the conductivity. Then I'd be delighted to help. Everyone else should head back to Okahanu. We'll join you at the float once the work here is complete. I'm jumping off. Yeah! My knees! I'm not a young man anymore. Why did I do this? I'm so glad I have a bike. Ow. Those are some big snappers though. I haven't seen their legs since the steppe. Or steppe. As Okavel said, the festival really is a spectacle to behold. Alright, let's fix things. Gathering the Uipo is a challenge of itself. At first, Okavel criticized everything I did. Then he suddenly yelled, "I've spoken ill of the Third Promise and must punish myself!" and proceeded to slam his head into an Uipo tree. I told him not to worry about it again, and it was like snuffling out a candle. He's an odd one, that's for sure. At least we've seen to the poles and the new eye. Now we just have to wait for the feathers from the twins. We should get some rest before the excitement begins. Over there by the float, isn't that the Third Promise? That the rumors are true. She's trying to complete the feat of Reeds by reviving Ihana. The festival is a prayer for healthy crops, but does she honestly believe that that would be enough to save our harvest? Second promise, meanwhile, barely glanced at the fields before leaving Okano together. Maybe we asked too much of our young elements. I wouldn't be too quick to count Kona out. A friend of mine overheard him muttering by the reeds something about what needs to be done. Is that so? Perhaps we'll get to see another of his innovations firsthand. That sounds like our Kona. We'll look at the reeds was all he needed to think up a solution. Be it as it may, our own solution is nearly ready. Indeed, as soon as the others get back, our long-awaited festival can begin. It took some doing, but we managed to gather competitors to fight for the title of Once Chosen. The rumor was only too happy to donate his feathers. You should have seen it. He called forth an incredible gust that sent the feathers sailing for moms. We had to turn ourselves, but it's more difficult than it looks. Poor Airville twirled in the air for a moment before landing on his foot. I'm a cleaner. Magic is not part of my training. As for us, so we brought the wood and gemstone replacements crafted by a Wuk Lamat. All that's left is to attach them. Has it been decided who will ride the float? Papa was the guest of honor last time I was here. I remember being surprised that they could even lift the thing with his hulking weight on top of it. The rider must be a person of great esteem, which is why an invitation is usually extended to the dawn servant. This time, however, I have another in mind. Okay, who is it? Our beloved Hihana, the lifting of winds, is only being held because of you and your companions. Thus do I nominate you, Wuk Lamat, as our guest of honor. What? Me? Oh. This bug won't make me seasick, will it? Oh, honey. She has a sensitive tummy. I don't think so. Then weigh anchor. I can hardly refuse a request from one even more enthusiastic about the festival than me. I would be delighted to rival your floats. Thank you, Wuk Lamat. I have roles for the rest of you as well. We'll be carrying the festival floats in a slow procession towards Kozama'uka, where the sacred likeness of Kaiju-Z is ensconced. All I'd like you to do is clear the path of dangerous wildlife so that the procession can move along uninterrupted. Consider it done. You expect me to sit still until Wuk Lamat has finished with the float? Let me come along and help with the clearing. As you know, I'm not much for fighting. I'll stay behind and assist Wuk Lamat with the repairs, and also slaughter the AI bot. If you aren't sure where you need to go, the path I spoke of begins at the south of the village and branches off to the east. That will lead you across the bridges to the shrine of the sun. Then we shall see to clearing it end to end. Of course. I get to work. By the time you've done mashing monsters, the float will be good as new. The Ihana procession often runs afoul of territorial creatures on the way to Kozama'uka. I would greatly appreciate your removing these threats in advance. I will. With my lack of combat skills, I would only get underfoot. Happy hunting! Oh gee, thanks, Erenville. I can see why people love you so much in the fandom. Weapons at the ready. We'll make short work of this task. Half an hour? If the float functions as I think it does, I would not be surprised if it were attracting the creatures. The concentration of either would be an irresistible lure. The degree to which Wuk pursues his interest is remarkable. Apparently his studies of the Kozama'uka region were so invigorating that he decided to move here and immerse himself in the culture. Ah, he's a weeble, I get you. To me, Stormageddon, we have monsters to slay. As Inuhano said, Kozama'uka should be down this way. Then off to the east when the path branches. Then something about bridges in the stride to the sun? Anyway, let's split up and go get to work. Once you've killed all the threats you can find, we meet up in front of XIV. I miss the rogues for some reason. I don't know, I kinda wanna spin around with them some more, you know? Snapper! I couldn't do my combo because I couldn't move the mouse for some reason. Okay, on to the next part. Ah, Grub. I told you, you don't need to watch over me anymore. Hey, I could still compliment you. I love the fighting music. Ah, Wuk Lamat. Ha! That's one down. Only one? Come, lass. You're much stronger than this. Come on. Find more. Alfino? Double frogs. At this rate, we'll soon have the route to Kozama'uka secured. I may have missed Alize somewhere. I'm so sorry, Alize. Yeah. Well, you're done? No more? Come on. I wish I had a mount that played the battle music from here. Yep, I've definitely missed Alize. I'm so sorry, girl. Hey, doesn't this remind me of... Ah, you were a step ahead of us. This must be the likeness of Kaiju-Z, the Hano deity of the harvest. It reminds me of something I saw in Academia on Anither. I was half expecting a flying whale. Huh? A whale? Why a whale of all things? Anyway, sent the Kishihahi here was worshipped on another continent. This ancient faith was then brought to Tural by the first Hano. Now a migrant here from another continent. They may have the two share a common ancestor. This is all very fascinating, but shouldn't we be getting back to Liluhano? You want to know that the path is safe for the procession. Right, and I need to ride the float. I'll run ahead and tell him we're done here. Meanwhile, in Akanu,
Not sure we heard you right, old man. Why don't you say that again?
As many times as you'd like. The third promise tasked me with repairing this float, and I'll not relinquish it to an uncultured brute like you. Much less one that can't even manage a simple greeting.
We wanted to handle this in a civilized way, but we're more than willing to kill you.
We have a two-headed problem. Yes, please hurry. She's on her way back already?
Stand back, Wuk! I will protect the float!
Are you trying to be brave, little bird?
I could never have repaired the float alone. Not properly. But thanks to Wuk Lamat and her friends, we can hold Ihihana again! This is a priceless treasure! And as festival leader, I would die to protect it!
Very well, if that's what you want.
Major swing! Oh. Oh shit. He blocked that. Yep. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Ooh.
I put everything into that blow.
Don't tell him that!
Good. The better for you to understand the gulf between us. But you need more lessons. We'll carve them into your mangy hide until you cry and beg forgiveness.
We're on our way! Here we are! Are you going to fight us, Aku-cha-cha? Because I don't think you want to fight us.
Your plan was to steal the float and take the credit. The so-called blessed siblings are nothing but cheats.
Your scorn is sweet music. Come, weaklings. We'll crush you each in turn. Or all together, if you like.
Calm yourself, Chosen One. If you fight in earnest, this will end in a massacre. What's more, we have word that our other prospect is on the verge of success.
Then it would be foolish to expend effort sweating nuts.
Lucky for you. Eh.
Ugh, two heads. I see Mamuk still clings to that loathsome hope.
Loathsome hope? What's that supposed to mean?
Talk to us, Third Promise. You're not dying, are you?
She literally just got yeeted back. She's fine.
It'll take more than that to kill me.
That is sweet of him,
So-
dog, checking.
Are we having this festival or not?
Party! That's a party!
Yes! Yes, we are!
God, that smile, though. Alright, let's do this. Given the nature of the right of succession, I expect such educations are inevitable. I'm thankful we made it back before anyone was seriously injured. I say? He waited for us to leave so he could steal the float. A coward and a thief. What? I'm glad we kept the float out of Baku-Jaja's clutches, but gods, he brushed me aside like I was a bothersome nut. If I've learned one thing in my life, it's that poor mothers often betray poor character. A tense encounter. I'm thankful if we don't fought to share those link bros. Thank you for coming to our rescue. I tried to protect the float, but I guess that too had. I may as well have not been there at all. Nonsense. You stood your ground and brought us the time we needed to make it back. You were incredibly brave. Oh. Okay. Oko wishes to spread word of the festivals. The festival will soon be held. No neon on. With that exciting interlude over, you will be pleased to know that my repairs are finished as well. Before we commence the festival, however, it will be courtesy to inform the villagers that Ihihana will be held after all. Go forth, but do not forget your greetings. At this stage, I should hope the reminder is unnecessary. Oh, Khalees, see? I remember. For the chat mode and say use your word and say use your keyboard on the word okokli. Same mode. Alright, let's go around. Let's hype people up. Party time. Okay. Ihihana, life feels so empty. Ohokali! Ohokali! Thank you for letting me know. I would very much like to attend the festival, but the repair should be finished as soon as possible. What to do? Maybe the festival will give you the strength. Spared it on him. There's nothing to look forward to anymore. Ohokali! Ohokali! The festival is about to begin? What do you expect me to say? Besides, of course I'll be there! Cleaning up the storm staff may have been hard on us all, but the lifting of wings is tradition, and a joyous one at that! I won't sit there brooding out my days away. Give me a moment to get ready. And now for the mournful Hanu. So much has been taken from us. Why even try? Because, my friend. Ohokali! Ohokali! The event will be held. What? The flow is fixed? Our fallen friends would be glad to know that the Ihihana will soon be on their way. They would have wanted us to honor them with celebration. Don't let their loss deter us from it. I must go and enjoy the festival for those who no longer can. That's the spirit. Where? How about that, huh? We're doing our best. We are in fact doing our best. Look at you. The Hanu were pleased to hear that the festival is going ahead, I imagine. Uh-huh. That as well. Once your friends return, the lifting of wings can begin at last.
So few have come.
Patience. Once Ihihana gets underway, no Hanu will be able to resist joining in.
Just so. Ukewu knows well the heart of the Hanu. Have faith, Third Promise, and climb aboard the float. It is time for the lifting of wings.
Right. Off we go.
Ihihana is a prayer for bountiful harvest. But this is not its only meaning.
Go on.
It is also an exchange of pledges between rider and bearers. A commitment to a long and fruitful friendship.
Go some fruits.
Listen well, friends! The personage we bear today is Wuk Lamat, the savior of our beloved festival! Let your shoulders burn, or your feathers fall out, but do not even think of dropping her!
I see why the float is so big, considering Galu Jaja was the one who was riding within.
Ready and...
I could get used to this.
Hell yeah, sister!
Will empty bellies stop you from joining in the fun? Come and help us carry the float!
There we all float together. Together.
Well, well, well. To see the day that Dawn's promise would ride our boat again. We've not had the honor since you were here, Gulul Jaja.
He'll do it probably next year. You know, for funsies.
Right. We've enough bearers now. Onwards to Kozama'uka!
Wahoo! I wish they gave us that dance as well. That looks super fun. Ah.
Watch well, for you are about to bear witness to the true glory of Ihihana.
Hey, yo. Oh.
The float draws upon our life force, concentrating and amplifying the energy.
My soul is being sucked! Okay, not really.
Keshaihi then receives that energy and expels it in a great burst, where it showers down upon the land to replenish its vital currents.
BAM!
It worked.
Like a literal charm.
float really was helping the reeds.
That was amazing! To think that such a thing was even possible!
Wow, isn't it? Let's see. That's right. I wasn't sure what to expect, but this festival was mentally oppressive. Subdued as ever, eh, Ernville? Even deprived of their usual sustenance, the Hano seemed invigorated the moment the festival began. Hano truly is magical. I told you, didn't I? Spectacular. You know, I was too quick to dismiss the idea of the float. The idea that the float had arcane powers, properties. I think I wanted to believe that no one knew more about Ikehana than me. As it turns out, there are more things I have yet to learn. Life is all about learning. With their fields rejuvenated, the Hano too might finally replenish their flagging reserves of ether. Alze? I'd like to take a turn riding on the float. What? What? It'll look fun. Don't pretend the thought didn't cross your mind. Honestly, yeah. It would have been fun if we all got to ride, but it's one person. So it has to be the non-servant's daughter. Should I have left the float behind like that? I was so excited to see the reeds. Nothing to worry yourself over. Brethren have been swept up by festival fever last I saw. They are taking turns carrying poles on the way back. Carrying poles on the way back to the village. Please feel free to look over at the fields and enjoy the sight of what you've accomplished. Yes, it's marvelous. Dun, 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 dun. Wow. It's like life is returning to everything, but there's still a bit more.
Some of them still look a bit sickly.
I imagine even the harvest magic has its limits. If the Hanu continue their festival tradition year after year, though, the entire field should eventually recover.
Where does that leave us with the feet, then?
You've got nothing to fear on that account. Our situation could never have resolved itself. The revival of even a single reed would have served to demonstrate your commitment to the task. That you recognized the nature of the float and found a near-perfect solution in Ihihana proves your dedication. What's more, I don't think I've seen the festival produce such impressive results since I was a mere chirper.
A mere chirper. Aww.
We have been lax in maintaining the float, diluting its magic and reducing Ihihana to hollow theater. But today's events remind us of the power in tradition.
Tradition. It took a guy obsessed with traditions to understand these.
I was delayed by an unpleasant encounter, but it seems I arrived at a good time.
Baklo Jaja Heso? Drip. Ah, there we go. An ether stimulant of some kind.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
And now everything is fine. Ish.
What? You just pour in some mystery liquid and problem solved?
Stagnant ether was to blame for the reed's poor condition. I assumed that was an alchemical concoction which enhances ethereal conductivity. It utilized the flowing water as an ethereal current, thereby promoting the transfer of life energies.
A method I could not have devised without the education I received at the studium and the cooperation of my Archon allies.
Archon allies? Interesting.
Archon allies?
You see, Lamachi, this is why we need to embrace foreign knowledge and technology. Employed appropriately, they make light work of what would otherwise be arduous labor. There's no need to lug around heavy floats.
And this is the problem. He does not understand the importance of traditions.
You always were the clever one, brother.
Your approach was no less effective, Wuk Lamat. It achieved the same result.
Indeed it did. And you enjoyed the festival, yes?
I did. It was so much fun. Having visited your village before, I thought I knew everything about it. As it turns out, I knew very little. About the reeds, about Ihihana. With all I've learned this time, I feel as though I've really come to know the Hanu. I like you even more now than I did before.
City girl is learning a lot. And this is gonna be important for her if she ends up becoming the leader.
The feeling is mutual. And it's not just you who had a lot to learn either.
Know your people.
I'll never look at our float the same way again.
The two of you have exceeded expectations. Come forth and claim your stones.
Meow, meow.
So this is what they look like.
It looks
Go
like a
on,
Coca-Cola
set it in
jelly
the
bean.
tablet.
No, let me have it. I must eat it.
A perfect fit. That leaves 6 more.
6 challenges more.
And on to the next.
Guess we know our next destination.
Not even a moment of celebration. That's Kona for you.
He has like tunnel vision of what he needs to do.
Third promise, you must join us for Ihihana next season. As Dawn servant, of course.
Yeah!
Right. It's back to Tulihiola for now. Thank you for having us. I look forward to seeing you all again.
These are interesting times indeed.
The concoction was brewed by Kona himself. It's a test vial, but it should contain the same reagents.
Good work. We'll use whatever we must to win. For win we must.
For what reason? Crow? O'Connell seems a decent sort. He struck me as a man who likes to keep others at a distance. No, you're thinking of Zoraja. Kona is, he's awkward. That's what I get out of him. He's so busy in his work that he forgets about others. Two-headed troubles aside, Wuk Lamat completed the defeat and earned the keystone. That is all that matters. I think. I'm curious as to who these Archons the second promise mentioned could possibly be. I think. Where has Baku Jaja gone, I wonder? And what did his follower mean by their other prospect? My journey has just started, and already I've met so many wonderful people. Wukavul for one, he's a bit eccentric, but everyone could stand to be as respectful of other cultures as he is. And little Hanu, it warmed my heart to see him honored his departed friend, Hana, and to help others do the same. I can't help but feel excited thinking who else I might meet over the course of the contest. Come on, let's head back to Zbalev. Okay. Before we head back, holy shit, we'll do a couple of things here. First, stretch fin. Corn servant. My friend, what brings you all this way? Taking in the sights, sounds, and flavors of Tural, I trust? As you might have guessed, there's a Haru in need of my assistance. Assistance. As I yet lack the strength to make myself seen, I am in need of your assistance. Follow me, and I shall take you to them. Follow me, set me free. We're going this way to help the Hanu, baby. Despite her bright and colorful plumage, her stomach has left her with a rather gloomy disposition. My stomach. I can't stand this rationing any longer. My house was flooded in the recent storm, causing most of my food to spoil or rot. I've taken great pains to make what little I have last, but it's simply not enough. I see, she requires food with longevity. Then she should have the driest of corns my cup can muster. And there, this should suffice. My word, is all this dried corn for me? Oh, it would be many moons before I could hope to diminish such bountiful store. All the crunch is certain to be sublime. Thank you, kind stranger. There is hope for the future yet. Oh, the children will be thrilled. Not only do we help her, but we help her children. She seemed quite taken with the dried corn. That is well. I shudder to think what havoc spoiled food might have played on her stomach and bowels. Hunger might well be the least of her problems. Thanks to your timely assistance, however, she and her family will have all the corn they need to help them weather their hardships. Yet there are other empty bellies that beckon, and so I must away. Take care, friend. I hope to see you again. Take care, corn servant. I hope to see you again. Take care, corn servant. I hope to see you again. Oh, just checking the audio. Okay, so before we return, we'll do these Ether quests. I'll do the rest of the quest line here, quest here, when there isn't any issue. Or not an issue. When there isn't anyone, where I'm not doing main quest stuff on the channel, just so we can expedite things. You're Wuk Lamat's companion, aren't you? Kishehi smiles upon me. I had hoped the great bird would guide one of the village's saviors to me. You see, the time has come for us to make our customary offerings to Kishiaki. It is a ceremony we hold dear, and I will invite you to participate as an honored guest. Go on. You will join us then. Oh, that makes me so happy. My feathers are standing up straight. The traditional offering is a fruit that grows to the southwest, and it must be so ripe that they're fallen to the earth. Gather free and deliver them to Lanohali at the shrine. Okay. We'll grab the other one as well while we're at it. Anhanu, my friend! Okokali Mrawa'a. Of course I know your name. Who's not familiar with Wuk Lamat's companions? Not to mention your friends can't seem to go a moment without mentioning you. Ha! Yeah, it's almost like they can only do it in non-voice cutscenes though. I'm Naruhano, and I have the honor of being the wind's chosen. It is my feathers which adorn the festival float. I feel the wind has guided you to me for a reason. As a visitor to our village who has fast become an honored friend, I would offer you a chance to strengthen our bonds. Perhaps you're familiar with the Landsguard. It's customary among the wind's chosen to save their molded feathers and present them to these brave protectors as gifts every few years. At this very moment, one of their number is making their way to Okanu to receive our offering. But there is much more to it than just a simple delivery, and I think you'd be interested in taking part. It would deepen your understanding of our ways, and perhaps you and this member of the Landsguard will become fast friends. I would start with a small task, if you're willing. Nahashe is the name of our guest, and he was due to arrive some time ago. I fear he may be lost. Could you search the road for him? I'll stay behind in case he arrives here after all. You know, I might actually do these quests as they are. There's our friend here. You're looking for me. You're on the Hanano. Unless you're molding something awful. No, I am just an adventurer. So that's the way of it. Well, as you found me, I suppose you better get on with it. Sorry for my lack of enthusiasm. I joined the Landsguard hoping I would bust some skulls, slaughter some beasts, you know. Use these muscles of mine. But for my first assignment, I'm lugging crates of supplies around. It's not exactly what I had in mind. Yeah, I suppose complaining I won't get this done any faster. Let's go meet this Lanohano then. Back to Lanohano. You know, it'd be pretty cool if we managed to get this done before we're done with our playtime. I thought I was just coming here to pick up some feathers, but my spirits didn't say anything about helping someone. Gee! A cop helping people. Perish the fucking thought! You found him! No way can begin. Before the gift of feathers is to be bestowed, there are proper steps that must be taken. Firstly, I bid the warmest of welcomes to Nahashe, As the Winds Chosen, it is my solemn duty to show you what sights our humble village has to offer. As one of the Landsguard, it behooves you to become familiar with all concerns of the continent, yes? Then come with me to the center of Okono, where you can behold the entire village at once. Okay? He is now very confused. Too bad. He's gotta learn. Take the moment. This is Okono. As you can see, our homes are made from wood and reeds, both of which... frick. As you can see, our homes are made from wood and reeds, both of which the forest blesses us with in abundance. But nature's blessings are to be treated with care, for dry reeds can easily catch flame, and if they do, we risk setting our entire village alight. Building waterways, though, through Okono is a way to protect us from such incidents, but aquatic beasts can travel them as well, and when these beasts become too great in number, we beseech the Landsguard to kill them. Do you now? I always thought hunting duty was just the way to keep us sharp. While I'm here, I'll make sure make sure nothing troubles your home. All of Okono would thank you. And now for the reason you came. The feathers of the Winds Chosen. They're used to adorn the equipment worn by the Landsguard. The design evokes the image of Kishaihi, the great bird revered by all Anohano. The feathers give it a touch of authenticity that make the soldiers appear all the fiercer. Every soldier's outfit is designed according to their profession, and each feather must undergo an elaborate process of dyeing and oiling to meet the Landsguard's varied needs. So without further ado, let us begin. I first ask that you come meet me at the gate to the southeast. Fine. I should warn you, I'm not known for my delicate hands. That went about as well as I expected. Could you stay behind for a moment, Mrawa'a? I would like to hear your opinion of Nahanshe. Of course. He really doesn't want to be here. I'll be frank. I have the same impression. Truth be told, he said it is the same as every Landsguard troop who comes to receive this gift, and we're meant to fix it. Aha! Consider this a rite of passage for the Landsguard send us troops whose rough edges want for polish, and the tasks we set before them serve as a whetstone. Over the course of our work, they gain a great insight into the history and meaning behind this exchange of gifts. Soldiers with a tangible bond to their charge will protect it all the more staunchly. In recent days, however, even our treasure trove of knowledge hasn't been enough to rouse the spirits of some, but working alongside someone as capable as you, Nahanshe may find extra motivation he needs. Now then, let us proceed to the southern gate, and while this goes without saying, keep this little conversation between us a secret. Alright. Nahanshe! What did I do to deserve this? Now I know why my spears were snickering behind my back as they departed. Now I might think this bird god is worth all this trouble, but I just want to get it over with. You will not survive the winter. Now that everyone's here, it's time to begin. Together we shall make these feathers so striking that even Kihaihi would be envious. The first items we require are dyes and oils. The former is used to match the feathers with various uniforms worn by the troops. The latter serves a different purpose. As you can see by observing yours truly, Hano boasts feathers full and colorful. This is thanks to the oils our body secretes, which keep our coat from becoming drab and brittle. But the feathers we gift to the Landsguard were molted long ago and have since lost their natural luster, so we must apply oil to make them as vibrant as those of Ahano in their prime. The task of gathering said oils and dyes falls to Mrawa'a. Go to Oak where a crate has already been prepared. In the meantime, Nahashe here will get the feathers. Off we go. There we go. Cheaper storekeeper. You're here about the supplies. Good. Everything's in the crate over there. It's heavy, so be careful not to drop it on those dainty toes of yours. What did you call my toes? Or still, you might break a bottle or die. Landsguard's artisan who designed their uniforms was very particular about their coloring, so not a single one can go to waste. There's nothing a soldier loves more than their equipment, so every detail has to be just right. Treat as carefully as you can and back to Lanohano. Okay. And we run back. Run, cat, run. You have job to do. Run, cat, run. Man, we gotta fix that roof. No dangers inside. Good. Left, right, left. Anshay, you look tired. Baida, are these really feathers? They're so heavy. How many are in there? Hundreds? Thousands? More? You both did excellent work today. Nanashe, It appears you might need some rest after your ordeal, Ugh. How many feathers did you pack in that crate? Are you sure they didn't send me to get the dyes and oils? Be glad I didn't, Nashe. For Mrawa's crate is much heavier. He also carried it for a much greater distance. Really now, here I thought I was stronger. Damn, best during my first assignment. But that won't happen again. I've had enough rest. So let's get on with it. If you insist, Nahashe, let us proceed to the heart of the matter. First, we must dye each feather one by one. But be careful, for each color is needed in different quantities. Equipment used to attack is adorned with black feathers, while equipment used for defense is adorned with feathers in the original green. For those, we must carefully... Hold on just a damn moment. We're dyeing all of these? One by one? I'll be an old man by then. There has to be a better way, say, for a few dozen of them in a big bowl of dye. But that will take the coloring make the coloring uneven. Nahashe, as I was saying, we must carefully apply oil to the feathers to bring out their original color, or they'll quickly become brittle. I see. This will be a test of patience, but with the three of us, it should be over before the moon turns. Probably. Worry not, for I'm here to teach you how best to see the job done. I suppose. I am thankful for that. Truth be told, I never knew so much hard work went into our uniforms. For our brothers and sisters in the Landsguard, no effort is too great. Though we're honored that you wear our feathers. You're surprised? As the wind's chosen, seeing my feathers become a symbol of the great Kishihahi fills me with joy, unequaled in this world. And so, have them adorned, and to have them adorned with the Landsguard's armor makes my joy all the sweeter. Few in Tural can claim such an honor, so there can be no mistakes. There's really more to this than I thought. I would like to apologize for how I've been acting. I see now that things are done a certain way for a reason. So while I may grow old and grey in my doing, I'll see that every feather is dyed or oiled properly. At least we're in this together, eh, Mrawa'a? And so we die. Colorfully. You're swift and incapable, Mrawa'a. The hardest part is behind us now. You could say that I'm a bit of a... colorist. I reckon I'll be cleaning dye from under my nails for some days yet, but I won't complain about honest work. Now I have to think about how to get these back to Tural. Oh, don't get ahead of yourself, young Nahashe. Yes, the hard part is behind us. There is more I will ask of you. Huh? As I've said before, Kishihahi is revered by Hano, and we must pay due respect for use of its likeness. As such, there are time-honored rituals that must be followed before we give this offering to the Landsguard. Time-honored, eh? As long as it isn't time-consuming. Oh, buddy, we're in for a storm. Lanhano is eager to see his feathers blessed. Our next step is simple. We must bring the feathers before the likeness of Kishihali in Kozama'uka and have the priestess besiege the great bird to bestow the wind's blessing upon them. More looking at the greater one then. I can do it, but if we're going any further than last time, I might need a couple of breaks. Don't have worry, Nahashe. I will carry the feathers. I have something different in mind for the both of you. A friend of mine awaits you on the road to Kozama'uka. Speak with him and do exactly as he instructs. I don't think Nahashe was complaining, do you? Anyway, his attitude is much improved, but his lessons aren't over yet, my friend. My friend awaits to further his education. Let's further the man's education. We'll get to this one later. Potentially. And if it takes too long, I will do it off screen. I don't want to take people's time. I realize even one viewer is more than enough. Ah! Okay, that was actually surprisingly deep. I like to do the other side quests in the morning when I have the time. You know, I might actually stream that. A shorter stream to be sure, but still. That gives me an idea. Let's run! If he's carrying the crate, what are we meant to be doing? I hope something even heavier isn't in the future. Your lessons. Welcome, welcome. I understand you seek the blessing of the wind. The priestess requires a special type of bark to complete the ceremony, and your job is to gather it. But you must tread carefully, for the shores where the trees are found teem with hungry beasts. I suggest clearing the area first so one doesn't sneak up on you. I don't mind a bit of hunting, but these arms aren't meant for... I apologize. Suppose complaining is a habit I should aim to break. I know the feeling. This is all part of the process of making our equipment, isn't it? There's the reason we need this bark, so get the bark we shall. I search the south side, Mrawa'a. You take the north. Without the right bark, Kishihali will not bestow the winged blessing. But hungry beasts roam the shores, so just alright. I getcha. I swim. Die, Big Z. Could've even finished the combo, damn. Okay. Got the bark. Why do I get the feeling a story's coming? Well done, you two. You brought exactly what I asked. But I suppose you're still curious as to why the bark had to be from those specific trees. The answer lies within the legend of Kishihali. You see, our ancestors hailed from a different land and were guided here by the great bird. But upon their arrival, they found perilous woodlands overrun by hungry fiends. Many Anu were lost in the gluttonous appetite of the wilds, and they had nearly succumbed to despair. But the Kishihahi let out a mighty screech. It echoed through the land, setting the trees aglow. Taking this as a divine guidance, our beleaguered ancestors took bark from the trunks and burned it. The smoke wafted through the air, and the beasts found it so repugnant they were forced to flee, one and all. Since that day, warriors would burn incense before a battle in the hopes it would ward them from harm. Thus we bless the Landsguard feathers the same way that they too might bask in Kishihari's protection. I'll take the bark to Kozama'uka, and on the way I would be glad if you offered your sincerest prayers to the great bird. Thank you. Okay. We're just cutting through the forest. I wonder if people would think this is Tural for Tural. Where are the stairs? I need stairs. There we go. Nashe! We're finally here. Mind giving me your bark? I'll deliver it to the Hana Priestess. Thank you, Mrawa'a. Once I'm finished, let's offer our prayers. We won't want to disappoint our hosts after all. You almost sound eager. The Hanu take the tradition seriously, don't they? I knew they wished for good harvest and such, but never imagined we Alaskans were in their thoughts all this time. This has been an eye-opening experience to be sure. I can't help but wonder why we're so important to them. Why allow us to use their revered god in the designs of our equipment? Aren't you a Landsguard yourself? And you ask us questions? Dum. You're Mrawa'a, aren't you? I'm Zuliali. I know we have you to thank for an Ikihana success, but even so, I must ask that you stand aside. Alright? You're an Anshe, of whom I've heard much. I'm surprised you have the gall to step foot into such a sacred place. While the elders may sing the praises of the Landsguard, their minds have been warped by too many moltings. The new generation is sick of their ceaseless chirping. You have to say your lines. Where are we practiced? Oh yeah. Yeah, I understand. We heard your complaint when you took the feathers. We saw the disdain in your eyes. Someone with such disrespect for our history doesn't deserve to bask in Kishihari's grace. But I... Oh. He'll learn in time. That may be so, Mrawa'a, but he had enough chances. We first discovered the Land Guard to be in Onkhalem. Listen well and remember, the sacred likeness of Kishihari was once reduced to shredded reeds. By whom, you ask? We know it in Kulujaja, Dawn servant and founder of the Lance Guard. What? No, the dancer would never! This misdeed will never be forgiven. If you have any pride in your position, you should be ashamed of the younger's lack of respect. How will you answer for that? Yes, you must answer. Answer as well, and answer well, or we'll be very angry with you. I had no idea about this history of conflict. Why didn't the Lanohano say anything? Am I taking the blame for the past? Sins of the elders and all that. In any case, we can't stay here. I have to think about this. Okay. Let's finish this, man. Your education will be complete. Answer. I don't see why Zulihari would lie, but how have I never heard of the dancer for saffron to the Hano? Why would the Hano act so proud to have his feathers adorning our equipment? I'm no good with numbers, but even I can tell something doesn't add up here. We should learn more about the history. You might be right. It was my ignorance that seemed to set her off. After all, whatever happens, I'd like to leave here on the Hano's good side. Well, our best bet is probably to return to our canoe. If Hano could tell us the truth about what happened with the Dawn Servant, it will be a lot of Hano. I'm not running back. I don't see him, but the crate is not here either. He might have left Kozama'uka already. Wouldn't we have seen him on the road if he had, though? The forest is vast, I suppose. Anyways, maybe one of the younger Hano around here can tell us if Zulihari's corn is shared. Let's ask around Mrawa'a. Of course, everyone knows the story of the doctor's visit, but it might be more accurate to call it a rescue. For at the time, our home was beset by beasts and fiends. When Guluchacha heard of the terrible news, he personally came to drive out every last one. Interesting, interesting. Zulihari said all that? Well, I do remember hearing that when our ancestors beheld the ruined figure, some of them viewed it as a terrible insult, even though they were saved. Could that grudge have been inherited by the children and grandchildren? I can't speak on such matters, but perhaps Nonohano can. He is wise in our ways and makes an effort to befriend everyone he can. Alright. One more to ask. Holly. The likeness to Kishai. My father actually worked to repair it. He told me that the Dawntrail slaughter of the beast was swift and brutal, but left many of our shrines and homes damaged in its wake. What choice did we have? The fiends were at our doors. My father and his friends agreed that it was better to be alive. At least that way we could rebuild. Okay, that actually makes more sense. What did you find on the hot shit? What's the word, Mrawa'a? From what I heard, the Dawntrail really did destroy the sacred figure. Well, it happened in the middle of battle, unfortunately. I see, I can't say I'm surprised that someone I know would bear a grudge, so Hali was telling the truth. Something still doesn't sit right with me, though. The Dawntrail wouldn't simply go out on a rampage and leave the hunter to clean things up. He'd have more compassion than that. Now, Mrawa'a, you won't believe what happened. I was surrounded by Zulihali and her cronies on my way to the shrine. They stole the creative feathers from out of my claws, saying no longer could have it until Nahashi gave his answers. I assume you know what they're talking about. Said if you ignore their demand, they'll burn every last feather. What? Have they gone mad? Gosh be good. I'm sorry, but can you go and stall them for a while? There's something I must look into first. Okay. I know what you're thinking, Mrawa'a. Isn't this going a little too far? I will answer that the results shall speak for themselves. Now simply wait and see what the Hanshis brings us. Zohari and the others are waiting at the south of the shrine. Let's go there and install them as the Hanshi requested. Teleporter. Huh. Here's a hurry. Naja should be here soon. We're looking to have you spur him into action, Mrawa'a. Oh shucks, that didn't do anything. And while our methods may appear rather blunt to you, wait until Nahashi speaks before you judge us. Wait quietly and hear his answer. I don't know why you make us wait so long, Nahashi, but I hope whatever you found was worth it. I spoke with the eldest Anu in your village. He told me the story of the Dawntrail's visit and destruction of the Kishai likeness and the whole story. It seems he particularly had a reason. Was filled with anguish at the sight and offered his deepest apologies. To make amends, he devised a way to assemble an even more robust figure from the remains of the previous one. His work was done overnight, and out of resolve called upon the whole village to celebrate their newfound peace. For the first time in a long while, Ihana commenced, and the Dawn Servant was chosen to ride the sacred float. After the festivities, the Dawn Servant said that when he finally established a unified nation in Tural, he wanted a motif representing Kihahi to be among those used in his soldiers' uniforms. He declared that different tribes can forge friendships as long as they open their hearts to one another, that his nation would be the one where peoples of all tribes could live in harmony. His soldiers would become a symbol of that promise. So you can learn for yourself after all. But you should have come here with the knowledge already seared into your memory. I know. I know. I have no excuse for my ignorance. And the petulance born from it. This experience has taught me so many things. And now, with full knowledge of its history, I'm filled with a much greater sense of purpose than before. I feel more keenly than ever that my duty as a Landsguard is to serve every corner of Tural. But to fulfill that duty, we must have our equipment. So please, I beg of you, entrust the feathers to me, in good faith. He'll be a fine soldier, don't you agree, Hanu? What? Yes, indeed, that was quite a moving display. My feathers were standing up straight. Thank you for looking after Nahashi during his growth, Mrawa'a. It was a pleasure. My growth, what are you talking about? Why, this was all performance. A performance to guide you along the path to becoming a worthy Landsguard. Your rite of passage is complete. Fade out and fade in. Some spirits weren't pulling one over on me. They were worried about me. I didn't realize my conduct was so concerning. Tell them what you told us, and their concerns will vanish. You'd be welcomed with open arms. But before you do that, aren't there more places to visit? More materials to collect? We Hanu aren't the only people who love teaching lessons. Please, I don't want to think about that now. I was worried sick enough to imagine what happened if I couldn't get the feathers. Well, you've earned a bit of rest. Return to our canoe and we'll deliver the feathers to you after the priestess has blessed them. That part, at least, was no ruse. If you don't mind, I'd like to go to Kozama'uka. I feel I should offer one more prayer to Kishehi. Aww, he grew up so fast. Very well, Mrawa'a. Why don't you wait at Lokano? I'll bring the feathers, and I'd like to speak with you once before we go. And back we go again. I wonder how long it would have lasted if you weren't here. Now that our rite of passage is behind us, allow me to offer my thanks for all your help. I would also offer my apologies for making you party of our little deception. I would have told you everything, but I don't think the ending would have been quite as effective if I did. I agree, and I'm grateful things went the way they did. The lessons I learned here will guide me as I become acquainted with all of Tural's peoples. Speaking of which, the next of my journey awaits. May we meet again. Yeah! Now let's go do the thing over there. I feel like this is gonna be much shorter. You might gotta go a bit over, but that's gonna be fine. Oh, you! Solano honey, huh? Where is... Okay. Priestess, here we go again. Oh, she's upstairs. Okay, gotcha. My brilliant dumbass got us into this position. Oh, hello. To what about dishonor? Here you go, Lonoli. Ah, Kishiaki, we were most satisfied with these. So dear, more than an honored guest. You're at the very heart of the ceremony. After your efforts to bring the Iha back to us, Kishiaki is doubly overjoyed to see you in this row. The fruit shall bear a powerful blessing indeed. Now you must take the previous offering back to whence he came. Deliver the blessed fruit to Aihano, and the ceremony will be complete. Go with haste. My brain dumbass strikes again! One day I'll be able to fly. One day. Welcome back! Was not honey impressive your offering? Here you go! Yes, I can feel Kishiaki's grace emanating from these. Thus, the ceremony is complete. The younger Anawano clamor to participate in this rite, you know. It's said that the fruit offered to Kishiaki becomes imbued with its divine spirit, and all who carry them shall be blessed with great luck. Surely you will be too! Although you traveled far, I hope you feel enriched by the experience. Go with our gratitude. May the wings of Kishiaki sweep ill fortune from your path. Thanks, Anawano. And now back to Toliolo. Where we're gonna end things by completing this quest. And that's gonna be the stream. Ugh. The side quests I'm not gonna be recording. But I will do them on stream. Tomorrow. Feels only right. Caravel. When Wuk Lamat declared her intention to save the festival, I feared where it would lead us. I'm glad to see my concern were founded. Holiday. I pray we don't cross paths with Baku Jaja at the next feat. Me with the eye of foresight. I noticed Raja was not the Hanu village. Yeah, we're doing this in a different order. The Hanu's festival must be centered to the traditions of the Sundrop dances to the Hanu. Ah yes, the Sundrop dance. Ooh. Ha. Ooh. Ha. Ooh. Ha. Da. Ha. Ha. And just like that, we found an elector and won our first keystone. I knew it was right to trust your instincts. Come on, let's keep things moving and march towards the Urkapacha. Chances are good we'll find an elector there as well. Before we do anything, however, we should see to your opportunistic friend what your opportunistic peddler friend has to say. And this, my friends, this is where we're ending the stream. This has been fun to do and to look at for fresh eyes and to do it as a Viper, the job that is pretty much intended. It's really, I don't know, there's something really nice about just going for this story by myself for now. I think that will probably subside in time. But for now, I'm really enjoying just running around here and being Mrawa'a. This 40-year-old captain. Okay. As per the usual, we're the stream. This Friday at 8:30 PM EST, we'll be going through Vampire's Great Bloodlines, Malkavian edition, for part 4. Yes, we just got to downtown last time, so that should be interesting. And on Monday, we approach the Pelopelu. Until then, this is Kaiju-Z. Whoop, wrong one. This one. This is Kaiju-Z. Wishing everyone a safe and easy evening and morning and midday and everything in between. Until next time, stay safe.